What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bain Break It Down Forex. It's your boy Big Bain, and you guys guessed it, another week, another opportunity for us to make some money in the Forex market. So let's get right to it. All right, boom. Over on the dollar, guys, it looks like we're at a nice level of supply, and I do expect the dollar to give us some sort of push to the downside. As we look at this from a higher time frame, it looks like we're getting pretty much equal highs at the moment, even though when we look at it from the daily, we can see clean uptrend market structure, right? Run, pullback, run, pullback, run, pullback. So this run is being stalled in terms of breaking above that high to make a new high. So we're seeing all this wick rejection, which is, a telltale sign for a potential reversal. So as we get down to the lower time frame, you guys will start to see that we did have a bit of a change of character where we broke below this low, right, making a new low, and then retracing all into that supply to where we're still respecting it at the moment, and we could fall, but we're also still a bit bullish, right? So it can break out of here and attempt to, make that new high, and then maybe after that it'll start a retracement down. So right out the gate, it's going to be hard to tell, even though the market is just about open. Yeah, I actually see the ticker on it, so the market is open. So it's going to be hard to see, or determine if it's going to drop right away or if it's going to, stall for a while, maybe until some news, and then, pick a side. But just looking at it from at least a 4-hour time frame, right, we can see that, we ran out of steam in terms of breaking above that high, but definitely still bullish after that bullish engulfing candle, retracement of that. So we could just keep rising higher on the dollar. So it's just a matter of time, right? Got to wait on it, but potential drop or potential rise, just time will tell. All right, moving over to JPY, and I expect JPY to drop exactly as it's doing right now. We broke this low, made the new low. We've retraced back into that supply level with wick rejection, and as the market is already open, we started to push down. So if you're looking to trade pairs like AJ, EJ, CJ, GJ, NJ, right, UJ, all the J's, then you want to look for your buying opportunity on those, as I'm expecting the JPY index to go down. All right, bearish on JPY. All right, over to our dollar, I'm bullish, all right, because I am expecting the dollar to give us a fall from that supply area, right? It may be delayed, right? It may push up first and then push down. But if it pushes down right away, then we're going to have a very nice buying opportunity on the majors like the odd dollar. All right, so I do expect the odd dollar to kind of tap into this demand, then take off. All right, getting all the way up to this level of supply for the buy. All right, so bullish on odd dollar. All right, euro dollar, same exact thing. So a good buying opportunity now, or from this demand area to try to catch it going up to this supply, right? And that's 135 pips on the table, bullish on euro dollar. All right, pound dollar, same exact thing. My team bought this Thursday or Friday last week, and we're already 27 pips up, and we're looking to catch 252 to the upside. All right, bullish on pound dollar. All right, New Zealand dollar, right, doesn't look as bullish as the rest of them, right? Looks like we can tap into supply and keep falling, but because of its mixiness, I don't really want to deal with it in terms of buying or selling. I just want to wait until things make a little bit more sense in the structure, or at least it looks like it's lining up with its brothers and sisters, and then I'll try to make a decision from there. All right, but for now, undecided on New Zealand dollar. All right, over to dollar CAD, and looking at this from a higher time, right? Let's go to the daily. All right, you guys can see we made this big drop, right? And then eventually got right back to that same area. We're getting equal highs at the moment with rejection from that supply zone. So as we go down lower, we can see the possibility of a potential drop on dollar CHF. All right, so again, could push up a little bit, sweeping this liquidity behind these equal highs, right, which is where I have my position, just the 31 pip stop, and then take it for a 235 pip drop. All right, but again, it could rise up a little deeper into the supply, so maybe you want to place your stop loss behind that. But for me, I'm just gonna leave it with 31 pips. If it happens to go higher and then starts dropping, I'll just try to get back in at that time. All right, but we could just get the drop without the pullback or the sweep. So there's there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to miss out on a trade, right? But we don't fear that. We just wait for price to do its thing and look for the next opportunity to get in. That's the way it works. All right, bearish on dollar CAD over to dollar CHF. So I think I said dollar CHF before, but now again, same deal. Just push up a little bit into that supply, maybe halfway, getting away with 26 pips for 212 to the downside. I'm bearish on dollar CHF. All right, dollar JPY. Told you that the JPY is falling, so you want to be looking for your bullish opportunities out the gate. Right now, we're already kind of rising on dollar JPY. Okay, but I would like to see it go lower. Okay, to get in from more of a discounted price at this demand area. All right, so as we come down, and then from there, I'll be looking to buy it. But again, it may just rise right from this potential area. So, pick your poison. All right. Either way, I am bullish on dollar JPY, but I think we might get a little bit of a drop, right? Maybe into this fair value gap, possibly this demand before getting that rise. All right. Pound odd. All right. I am bearish, but I do expect pound odd to climb up a little further up the ladder. All right, getting to this supply area before it gets the drop, but who knows, it may drop right now and get down to that demand. Either way, just looking for a little bit of a deeper retracement, and then I'll be wanting to sell from this area, looking to make 597 pips on pound odd. All right, bearish. Pound CAD. All right, very tricky, right? We got liquidity built up at this swing, and we could come down to sweep that, tapping into this demand and then taking off. So there's a long position, right? But then also we got liquidity here with imbalance off of this major move down. So we may push up into that supply area and then drop. So I got the sell position there. All right, so one of these will eventually happen first. Which one, we don't know, but you want to be buying from here and you want to be selling from here. That's just how you want to play dollar CAD. All right, so both mixed, bullish, and then potentially bearish, or vice versa on pound CAD, and that's what we got. All right, moving over to pound CHF, and got a nice selling opportunity from this supply area. Potentially may get up to this one, right? But if you're taking your chances, just 30 pips on this, right? And then turn around and 38 pips on getting into it from a higher price point. Either way, pound CHF is giving some great bearish opportunities for 236 pips or 330 pips to the downside. All right, so mark it up and get it ready for however you want to kind of take advantage of that potential sell. All right, bearish on pound CHF. All right, GJ. All right, and again, GJ is a bit tricky because we did push up pretty significant to the supply area and we started to fall. So we could, get down to this demand level before rising, or we may respect the first one and start rising. Either way, if the JPY looks like it's going to drop, then most likely we'll get a push up on GJ, right? This 223 pips for this one from this demand, and from this one, this is 364. All right, so could get a drop, right? Just depends. But if the JPY falls right away, which it looks like it's doing, then we can get the rise right away on JPY. Bullish on GJ. All right, pound New Zealand, definitely bearish. Nice rising channel into a major level of resistance. I would like to see it get into that level of supply, right? Push up a little bit, activate me, and then take me for the drop for 429 pips to the downside, guys. Bearish on pound New Zealand. All right, silver already have been bullish since we were on this bullish engulfing candle that mitigated this demand area, right? My team bought, so we're in profit, but you guys have another opportunity to potentially get in from this demand area from a lower time frame and then catch it all the way up to your supply area. All right, so long story short, bullish on silver. All right, moving over to gold. All right, same exact thing, right? Team bought it from the low off the bullish engulfing. We did have a change of character here. We got our retracement, and now we're getting our continuation. 175 points on gold is on the table. That's 1,750 pips, all right, that you'll catch, and really could go higher than that, because we all know gold has just been reaching crazy all-time highs due to economic turmoil. All right, so bullish on gold. All right, over to natural gas, and it looks like we're getting a bit of a bullish flag pattern, so I expect us to push up a little more into the supply area, and then from there, guys, I expect a drop on natural gas. It already has dropped or gapped down during the open, right? So it's probably going to fill that gap, maybe again tap into supply before it does the drop, so watch out for that. Overall bearish on natural gas. All right, crude oil, I'm bullish. All right, got the nice break of a high, made the new high, all this consolidated, got back to this demand area, and then we got a bit of a evening star, right? Not textbook, but in the realm of a reversal candlestick pattern. And on the lower time frame, you guys can see that we're getting that retracement into this bit of a level of demand. So I do expect oil to rise, and it's pretty nice that it's sweeping liquidity at this time during the market open, to where we can have a great entry from literally where we already purchased it from here off of the rejection, to get that ride going all the way up. And looking at it again, guys, from a higher time frame, right, we got a very nice 1 to 6 risk to reward. That's $5 move, that's 500 pips on oil. All right, bullish. All right, SPY also bullish. Okay, so it did all the dropping that it wanted to do on Thursday, and then we got a change of character and we started to rise up. So nice retracement, and then we gapped up. All right, so people are going to be in profit right now if they bought, which is most of my team. All right, and then we're getting potentially the gap to be filled, and then a continuation up. All right, very strong chance of it rising if the dollar falls, right? So bullish on SPY, and if it may potentially get to this demand before rising, but as of right now, it's been respecting this one, and then again you can see the gap up already. So just fill the gap and then head up to the top. All right, bullish on SPY. NAS also bullish, right from the demand area, it gapped up, so there was activity over the weekend causing this gap, and now we may just fill the gap and then continue to rise. So look for price to drop right first to get your entry from a lower price point than where it is right now at 24,407. All right, and then from there you can ride it on up, potentially look for price to dip down into this area as well to look for your buying opportunity. All right, but bullish on NAS. Last but not least, US 30, and same exact thing, guys, right? So we got that nice rise up. The pullback was short-lived, right? Maybe 50% of that move up, maybe a little less, but we've already gapped up and we're starting to retrace down. So we could fill the gap and then rise, or we could come all the way down to demand and then rise. So watch out for that potentiality, right? Just know that you want to buy lower than wherever price currently is as it gapped up, right? We don't buy high, we buy low. So just let price get to a decent price point for you, preferably after sweeping liquidity or filling imbalance, and then go for the buy. All right, if we get it from this point, we're looking at 1,000 points on US 30. All right, guys, so pretty eventful week, right? News is back, right? And there's just a whole lot going on for us to get something before the holidays. All right, and in the meantime, in between time, y'all know what it is. It's your boy. Peace.
Want to get money? Want to get paid? Master Forex, like a sensei? Then you know you got to come and swing my way. And if you want to fast forward, hit replay.